Hey, it's Mr. Shrum, and I'm back with the lymphatic function and immunology defense system unit. And today we're going to talk about non-specific defenses. Your body has defenses that can be targeted and those that are not targeted against a particular disease carrying agent. And this is the non-specific defenses. So this is just very broad, your body trying to defend itself from dirty little bacteria and viruses. Many illnesses are caused by small microscopic organisms named pathogens. Pathogens attack the cells and tissues of your body. Different types of pathogens include bacteria, viruses, rickettsia, protozoans, and fungi. And in order to protect itself from these pathogens, the body uses two different systems of defense, non-specific and specific. Non-specific defenses are methods the body uses in order to prevent foreign pathogens from invading and infecting the body. So non-specific is just a general defense system. You create barriers to enter your body. There are inflammatory reactions, protective plasma proteins, and interferon. Barriers to entry. Barriers to entry stop foreign pathogens from ever entering the body. So here are some examples of barriers: your skin, mucous membranes, oil glands, cilia and respiratory tract, acidic stomach, normal flora bacteria, which is helpful bacteria that resides in the body. Inflammatory reaction. This is a chain of events that produces swelling, redness, and heat at the site of an injury. When an injury occurs, capillaries and tissue cells may rupture. The injured cells then release bradykinin, and this triggers nerve impulses that generate the sensation of pain. It also initiates the release of histamine. Histamine and bradykinin then cause the arterioles and capillaries to enlarge and to leak. That results in swelling, redness, and heat. If a break in the skin occurs, pathogens may enter the body. The increased temperature creates an unfavorable environment for the pathogens. The extra supply of blood allows for more neutrophils and macrophages to be ready to fight off the pathogens. Neutrophils and macrophages fight off the invaders using phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is here. Here's a diagram of that. There's bacteria. Here's a binding receptor in the nucleus, and it eats it. And that is known as phagocytosis. So it's just when macrophages and neutrophils eat the invaders. During the conflict, some neutrophils die and become mixed with dead tissue, bacteria, and living white blood cells. And that thick yellow-white fluid is called pus. So whenever neutrophils die and then mix with other things like tissue, bacteria, and cells, that's where pus comes from. Protective plasma proteins are inactive and waiting to be activated. 25 protective plasma proteins are also known as complement proteins because they complement the specific defense system, which is driven by the work of antibodies. The complement proteins are activated when pathogens or other foreign antigens enter the body. Activated complement proteins undergo a complex series of events known as the complement cascade. This causes several things to occur. So the complement cascade causes signals the phagocytic cells. It enhances phagocytosis, and then it aids the inflammatory reaction. So it's like a cascading set of events. It signals the phagocytic cells, hey, it's time to eat. It enhances the eating process of these invaders. And then it also helps boost that inflammatory reaction, which tells your body, hey, something's wrong here, do something. And the completed complement cascade arranges the proteins so that they are able to puncture holes into the plasma membranes of foreign cells. These holes cause the cells to lyse, and lyse means burst. Interferon is a chemical messenger that is released by virus-infected cells. It warns neighboring cells so that they produce a protective antiviral protein. So, in conclusion, to summarize the non-specific defenses, that includes barriers to entry, inflammatory reaction, protective plasma proteins, and interferon. If the pathogen is able to get past these non-specific defenses, then the specific defenses will attack. So this is the first line of defense for your body. And once it gets past this page, if it does, then those more specific defenses kick in to target the invaders. And I'll show you that right now. Specific first line of defense, and then if the invaders get past, we kick in these specific defenses. Non-specific defenses prevent pathogens from invading and infecting the body, but then once they're inside, specific defenses kick in, and with the help of lymphocytes, they fight off invaders that contain antigens on their cell body. And antigens are foreign substances to the body that generate an immune system response. Antigens are found on microbes, foreign cells, cancer cells. When the immune system is functioning properly, it does not respond to the body's own antigens. Specific defenses are dependent upon two types of lymphocytes, B cell lymphocytes, T cell lymphocytes. You can see those here. B cell lymphocytes are produced in the bone marrow. Think B for bone marrow. And B cell lymphocytes produce antibodies, also known as immunoglobulins. T cell lymphocytes are produced in the bone marrow and then migrate to the thymus. So think of T for thymus. And within the thymus, immature T cell lymphocytes mature. And once they mature, T cells destroy foreign invaders directly. B and T cell lymphocytes are capable of recognizing an antigen because they have specific receptor molecules on their surface. The receptor molecules and antigens are a perfect match, just like a lock and key. It's estimated that for the 1,000,000 antigens we encounter in our lifetime, we have an equal number of specific lymphocytes for each possible antigen. And specific defenses include antibody-mediated immunity and cell-mediated immunity. And here's a diagram of cell-mediated immune response. So that means the cell is primarily doing the responding. Antibody means the antibody is mainly doing the responding. B cells are responsible for antibody-mediated immunity. And this is the destruction of an invader by antibodies. So B cells, bodies, B cell antibodies, however you want to memorize that. And these are the steps for antibody-mediated immunity. An invader with a foreign antigen is present in your bloodstream and delivered to a single B cell lymphocyte. The B cell then becomes activated, and once activated, it rapidly multiplies into a large homogeneous group known as plasma cells. And these plasma cells secrete antibodies that bind to the foreign antigen. The antibodies inactivate the foreign microbe. The activated B cell also produces B memory cells, and these B memory cells are long-lived B cells that contain a record about the foreign antigen so that antibodies can be made more quickly in the case of a second exposure. So these guys take notes, and then they wait until something similar happens next time, and then your body's able to respond more efficiently. It's pretty cool. Antibodies are Y-shaped proteins that protect against foreign invaders. They are secreted by plasma cells during antibody-mediated immunity. At each end of the arm of the antibody molecule is the variable region that changes for the specific antigen. The remainder of the antibody molecule is relatively stable for each individual person. This portion is known as the constant region. Antibodies can respond to an invader in a variety of ways to inactivate it. Antibodies can attach to the surface of the microbe and make it more easily phagocytized by neutrophils and macrophages. Antibodies can bind and neutralize certain poisons or toxins. They can bind to the surface of the microbe and prevent the invaders from attaching to the body cells. And they can stimulate the complement cascade, the non-specific defense. Antibody-mediated immunity is most useful to the body by neutralizing foreign poisons, protecting against microbes which exist outside of our body cell membranes, for example, extracellular bacteria and extracellular viruses. B cell lymphocytes are responsible for antibody-mediated immunity. There are two types of B cell lymphocytes. We have plasma cells. They secrete antibodies to destroy the invader, and memory cells, which record information about the antigen in case of future exposure. Non-specific defenses are methods the body uses in order to prevent foreign pathogens from invading and infecting the body. And that's it for specific and non-specific defenses. Hopefully you learned a little bit about this process. And if you have any more questions, be sure to ask me in Canvas. Just send me a message or email, and I will help you with any issues. And until next time, have a great day and rest of your week. Good luck with everything, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.